Greetings, 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 greetings. I got to get the fuck up out of here as usual. I'm back. Look, I know y'all ain't on here and y'all wasn't expecting me to be back, and all of that's cool and shit. All that's cool. I was actually trying to reply to comments on here because I seen Queen Mother Melody has said something. She said that we are flowers, we are herbs, we are sacred earth medicine, we are trees, and we are oils. We are all of those things, and so we should and could use all of those things in our healing and science and yes. So she said all of those things are part of us, and all of those things we should or could use to heal. And Queen Mother added that whoever told me otherwise about my body told me wrong. She's a bachelor in science. Now I know for sure that when you're a bachelor in science, they don't teach you nothing about these herbs and all that. They definitely not teaching you self-healing. So to have the degree and to have the status is fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. But it doesn't hold any grounding in holistic healing because bachelor's in science, I'm not really sure how much of nature healing they actually teach in those courses, when those courses are designed to push modern science and medicine. Anyway, for me, this is a general rule, right? This is the thing. Remember, the laws don't change. The laws don't change. This is how it's going to help you to realize what's for you and what's not. Because somebody else, herbs might be for them, and medicine and surgery. As for me and my temple, we're going to serve the Lord. But listen, let's take the hospital, for example, all right? Because things that are tools for wellness are tools for wellness no matter who utilizes them, all right? Tools for wellness are tools for wellness. I love you, say no. No matter who utilizes them, all right? So check this out. If you wear glasses to correct your vision, okay, and it help you to see better, so you believe. But me, I have vision 20/20, and when I put on your glasses, it hurts my vision. Things that are generally, if the law of that thing is wellness, then its wellness will apply to us both. So that they're damaging to me, who's well and healthy, and that they help you is proof that it's not a consistent law. Medicine just the same. If Tylenol really worked, if chemo really worked, then it would work for you and for me and for him and for her. But it doesn't. If herbs work, they will work the same way for you and for me and for him and for her. Because water, which is a general rule and a law, water affects us all the same. Sun affects us all the same. Ground foods affect us all the same. It is the things that are variables, and it's a toss-up in how it might affect you. I've even told you, and you know how much I love bentonite clay, that sometimes, be peace, I'm on live, sometimes I'm afraid to use it because I know that if I just wanted to get rid of one bump, it's going to pull out bumps all on this side of my face also. You know what I'm saying? The hospital is another good example because that's where people go when they're sick. But if a well person was to go and lay in one room with a machine on their leg to keep their blood circulating, and they lay in this hospital and they didn't have windows, and they didn't get sunlight, and they didn't get wind, and they didn't get ideal food, and they weren't surrounded by nurturing relationships, but rather beeping machines and a hustle and bustle of people coming and going. If this was the environment that you put a well person in, would it make them more well, or would it make them worse? The things that make us well no matter who we are and where we are. The things that may or may not, depending on who you are, what your history looked like, what you've had, what other medications you on, what surgeries you've had, these are the things we have to learn as tools that hurt us. Okay? These are not our tools to get ahead. Now, everybody can do whatever the fuck they want to do. To each his own. I'm just telling you, again, why I no longer use or employ to use or suggest anybody else use herbs or medicine or surgery. That's it. That's it. If you have to do what you have to do, you have to. But now this is what's ugly. If you be listening to me on this shit and come June, I still look like Big Bert McGirt, then look at me differently. Please find some other person to trust in. But that's it. The healer that I'm building with and learning from looks like healing. His family looks like healing. His family, there aren't a bunch of broken, that we got to be real, okay? Everybody got some shit going on, but his family, and they all eat and breathe and think the same high frequencies. They don't have the same shit that we have. I'm not talking about getting all in somebody's business to see what psychological bullshit they got going on. I'm talking about just the topical shit you can see at a glance. You know how you can topically look at a bitch post or look at a bitch life on Facebook and be like, yeah, that's fucked up. And then some of you be like, damn, that's all right. Yeah, they family. Shit, I'm with you too, sis. I'm with you too. Like I said, I tried the herbs and the medicine and the meditations and the affirmations, and I did it 2 years consistently. And like I keep telling you, I still have a cycle that's irregular, too lengthy, and too heavy. I still have, I have had a foot infection, a sexually transmitted infection, and a finger infection. And all of these, I've been eating clean, and I've been using herbs and all that other stuff. What I haven't used is the, Tuda, you gone? I love you, mama. I'll see you in a minute, okay? Hold on, y'all. You going where? You going to do what, mama? Okay, and then you coming back in here with me, right? Damn. All right. Okay. Let me write them out. Let me write them out so I know I got them. All right. Yeah. This is it. The 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Pure water. We need that. Sunlight. We need that. Ideal food. We need that. Rest and relaxation. Hold on. We need that. Nurturing relationships that are free of violence. We need that. Hold on. Damn it. I had a pen. Let me get a pen at work, family. Hold on. We'll put you right there. Make sure I don't lose you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my ink pen. We're going to school on their ass. We're going to school on their ass. Because I'm black, y'all. And that's a fact, y'all. Alright. Matter of fact, straight from the book, I'm looking at Ferrante Frazier, Natural Hygiene Revised, The 10 Ways of Health. Listen, when I was just telling you my healer looked like a healer, when I say my healer looked like a healer, I can't heal you. Like, can we be real? Can we be real? Like, I got to work on this. Okay? Sometimes it look good, sometimes it look a little bloated. I got to work on that. Hold on right quick. Let me show you something. Okay? So we're gonna be 100 with each other. Give me a minute. This right here. This right here. The man who I'm studying under, this is not happening. Like, this is not his life. This right here, that's not his life. And he telling me there's a way to go, because right now I've been taught to put a herb pack on this, put a clay wrap on that. Get what? That's still flapping like that. Your healers and your builders have to look the part. So if you don't look like you healing yourself, then no. I remember when who it was, Yada, folk were like, how can this man tell you how to heal yourself and he still got on glasses? Like, my nigga, they have lenses in them. You actually have a prescription. You don't want to start with your own eyes. And that's the thing. We be following everybody. We be following anybody. You're supposed to see a material manifestation, a tangible manifestation of the spirit work that's being done in someone's life. You're supposed to see it. You're supposed to see it. And Queen Afua will tell you that shit too. Queen Afua look like a healer. It's a lot of us who following Queen Afua's ways and saying we are, but we still bubble gut, we still fibroid central, we still in glasses, our teeth still fucked up, and our breath still smell rotted. Yo, listen, I found a healer for the first time that looks and lives the part. That's peace. Let me give you these 10 ways of healing, these 10 ways of health. Man, it's so necessary. Pure water, adequate sunlight, fresh air, ideal food, rest and relaxation, adequate sleep, normal temperatures, regular exercise and mobility, and emotional balance or nurturing relationships. Okay? Internal and external cleanliness, pure water, adequate sunlight, fresh air, ideal suitable for humans, the ideal diet suitable for humans. You know, the only thing we should be drinking is water, right? Rest and relaxation with adequate sleep, normal temperatures, regular exercise, and regular mobility, emotional balance, and which one of these won't work for all of us? Remember, the glasses work for some, and for some it don't. The medicine and the chemo and even the clay wraps, sometime it won't work for some, and sometime it don't. You know anybody here who pure water, sunlight, fresh air, suitable human food, rest and relaxation, adequate sleep, normal temperatures, regular exercise and mobility, emotional balance and control of passions, and nurturing relationships with the freedom from violence? Has that hurt anybody? Has that ever hurt anybody or taken from their healing? No. So those are the tools of healing. That is the essence of healing. That is the essence of healing. And if you got a herb that you want to stand tall on, or you got a medicine or a surgery that you want to stand tall on, fuck with your girl. Fuck with your girl. Because it's like I said, I promise you, the way this skill's set up, I'm going to bring your ass right back to toxemia. I'm going to bring you right back to your bad blood and how you can correct all of that shit if you correct your blood. Because putting a clay pack or sipping a herb down, I've been telling you this shit. I just didn't know I was telling you this shit already. I didn't know I was on the path for holistic healing before I got here. But putting a clay pack on something on the outside, listen, the internet teaches you that hygiene is when you wash your hands singing happy birthday for 20 seconds or some shit. Hygiene start on the inside. There will be no acne or no boil or no eczema or no fibroid, thyroid, or nothing else to correct if you've already built the system for the body to correct itself. Your body is a self-healer. We know that much. But you have to give your body the material it needs to heal. You don't give your body a Band-Aid. You know, that's what a herb is. That's what a clay pack is. You don't give your body a Band-Aid. If you want to give it a Band-Aid because it make you feel better, respect. When I go get a shot or give blood, I be asking for a Band-Aid too. I know it don't mean shit. The blood gonna clot and it's gonna stop on its own. I just like the show of the shit. If you just like the show of the shit, then show on. But know that it's a show. Know that it's a show. Please know that it's a show. These things, even when I told you I went from Jesus to Dr. Sebi, and I quickly became a Sebite following everything some other man had told me before I checked myself. And I would say to myself, even then as a Sebite, I wonder if it's the same, considering I'm not in the same place in the world that he is. I'm not breathing the same type of air. He talking about eat these things and these trees. And grow your own. I'm not growing in the same type of soil. I'm not even watering my plants with the same type of water. When I pull the hose out, and I wonder, how could it be the same for me when him and I were in different places, in different stations? That's because the common denominators don't change. It doesn't matter where you go. The herbs and the plants and the medicines and the surgical procedures will change from place to place to place, but what does not are the 10 natural ways of healing. Pure water, adequate sunlight, fresh air, an ideal diet suitable for humans, rest and relaxation, adequate sleep, normal temperatures, regular exercise, mobility, emotional balance, and nurturing relationships free from violence. Free from violence. You show me an individual who has all of those things and show me where they're sick. Let me give them to you again. An individual who's only consuming pure water and adequate sunlight. Understand that most of us aren't drinking pure water. We drinking fucked up water. We drinking water. You can read the shit. It say with minerals added for taste. Okay? You're not drinking pure water. But if you show me somebody who is living by the 10 laws, they're going to look much like the brother that's teaching me, who surpasses in age all of the women who are against this new journey for me. They're like, you're getting far from the herbs, and the herbs are what you need. We want you to come back. And I understand what they're saying to me, but I'm looking at this brother who looks like life to me. And I'm looking at my sisters who look like, and I'm looking back at my brother and I'm looking at life like, yo, if these herbs are going to leave me needing an extra large lapper in another 10 years, I definitely want to go the way of the holistic teacher. Show me an individual who gets enough pure water. Remember, we talked about water, how you consume water. Remember, the body is 72% water. So you can't drink 8 bottles of water a day and call yourself hydrated. You can't drink 16 of them and call yourself hydrated. It's important that you drink the certain amount, that you drink an ideal amount of water, which is dependent upon your body mass. So how the fuck these niggas tell you that everybody can just drink 8 ounces? It's a lie. Me drinking 8 ounces, 6 glasses is gonna be different. Remember, we're looking for things that don't change from person to person to person. If I try to have 8 16-ounce bottles of water in a day, and my 8-year-old try to have 8 16 ounces of bottle of water in a day or some shit, something ain't adding up. We not even the same. Something is not adding up. Show me somebody who consumes enough pure water. That means they drink pure water, they eat water foods, and they spend time in nature. They out in dew, they out in the rain. So they're getting water, they're eating water in all the ways the system can receive it. All right? Adequate sunlight. Most of us live in chemical places. We don't want sunburn. We don't want hot or none of that other shit. So we live in places and work in places where we deny ourselves adequate sunlight. We actually run from this shit and try to get in the shadows when we are out in it. So now we're looking for somebody who has pure water all the way around, eating, drinking, and through the skin. We're looking for somebody who gets adequate sunlight. Since you want to talk about the ancestors and shit, can we? Can we be 100? Since you want to talk about the ancestors, you want to talk about what the indigenous man did. The indigenous man didn't have no motherfucking AC and heat like you got. The indigenous man was out there in that sun. You want to be indigenous? Don't worry about the herb part. Take your ass out in the sun for 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? Just sit up under a tree when you're looking for shade or you looking for shelter and shit. And then talk to me about the ancient healing of the herbs. You're not getting the same water that your ancestors and indigenous got. You're not getting the same sunlight. You're not getting the same fresh air that they're getting. You don't even control the air you breathe in. So even if you maximize all 9 of the other 10 ways of health, there's still one that powers that be can manipulate. And so it takes a toll on you. But yeah, try to make sense. That's your thing, right? You want to do like the indigenous. Like, we are here and we remember. You want to do like the ancestors did. Drink pure water. They wasn't popping off with the soda and shit. They wasn't. Everybody didn't have access to chamomile and tea and lavender and tea and shit. Motherfuckers was drinking water, though. That was consistent. Drink water. Get adequate sunlight. Spend more time outside than you do in your house or in your building. Or you can't, right? Because you got to work your job. The indigenous people wasn't doing that shit either. They went out, they was working their land. They wasn't working inside a building where there's a chemical AC and an artificial light being shined on them all day long. All day long. Hold on, let me tell you, this is random too, an artificial light. I lost a baby before, 8 months, no heartbeat. And when she was born, they asked me if I wanted to hold her. And I said no. You know, my first thought was no, it'll be too traumatic. It'll fuck me up. I'm good. I want this experience to be over as soon as it can be over. I wish I could just disappear from this shit completely. I don't want to sign the paperwork. I don't want to contact the funeral home. I don't want nobody to contact me. I don't want little gifts and trinkets and bears and footprint shits from the hospital. All the fuck I want to do is disappear. And when I looked out the corner of my eye like an hour later, like I could see the baby that I said I didn't want nowhere fucking near me in the same room, but under a light, like it was a live baby. And that's what I'm thinking. They got the baby under the light like a live baby. Apparently, they put the babies that pass at the hospital under a hot light to keep their skin warm. So if the parents want to hold the baby at some point, the baby's not cold to the touch, because that can be even more traumatic. All I'm saying is, it's the same way I feel when I go clock in somewhere. When I spend hours and hours and hours under a fake light, I feel dead and like it's melting me. It's just enough heat on my ass to keep me warm enough to make me think I'm alive. No, we need sunlight like the indigenous had. You need sunlight, water, sunlight, fresh air, a diet suitable for humans. That means not a bunch of processed shit. The indigenous didn't have that. Like, you love to talk about indigenous shit. Like, you getting cornmeal. Family, you're going to get your butter from the butter section. Your margarine. I'm sorry, your earth balance. Your vegan butter. Get the fuck out of here. This is further proof. Because we being like the ancestors and we being vegan and shit, right? Right, we being vegan, but we going to buy a bunch of vegan products. You got a whole bunch of Boca Burgers and Morningstar and shit. You got a whole bunch of Go Veggie and Daya. You got a whole bunch of processed shit. No, the indigenous, vegetarian, vegan meant vegan. It meant vegan. It didn't mean you eating listen, which by the way means you're really not that vegetarian. If everything you're trying to do is get a fake food, like you want a cauliflower fried like a chicken, you want a a vegan macaroni and cheese. You want a jackfruit barbecue slider. Like, it's okay if you want to treat yourself occasionally, but if all the fuck your plan is to do is to replace all your meat items, you ain't really got there yet. But you're gonna get free. It's my hope and my prayer, my wish and my will for you. Ideal diet suitable for humans. Suitable for humans. Anytime we put anything, and I told you they put sawdust in shredded cheese, fucking pieces of wood. They got fucking ground up wood chips in your sharp cheese and shit. You've been fucking that shit up everywhere you go. Every restaurant you go where they sprinkle a little bit of cheese on the top and shit, like, and it's fucking wood chips. What do you think your body does with the wood chips? Put them in a nice pocket for you called a fibroid or a tumor. We have to have an ideal diet. And for those of us who are, here we go again, I hate to keep backing it up, but fuck it, I want you to get it how I'm giving it. Because I said the point is that you show me someone who is living by the 10 ways of health that still requires a herb, a medicine, or a surgery. Pure water, adequate sunlight, fresh air, an ideal diet, rest and relaxation with adequate sleep, normal temperatures. And normal temperature means your body ain't struggling to regulate you at 97. It's why everywhere we go, it's why in the places that we go, there are seasons. You know what I mean? There are seasons. Our body, like the world, is always regulating the temperature. Normal temperatures, regular exercise and regular mobility, emotional balance with control of passions, and nurturing relationships with freedom from violence. Yeah, like I said, I doubt you can point out a shitload of people in your life that fit the bill, right? But if you do find somebody that fit the bill, take a minute and ask them when they needed a herb, when they needed a medicine, or when they needed a surgery. Just ask them, family. This shit is easy. This shit is easy, you know? For all of us, if you got unwanted, if your body mass index is off, that means if you're overweight, if you're obese, if your heart is working too hard, if your lungs are working too hard, if you want any medication, or any of these things, like, there's some room for you to heal. And I'm telling you now that I apologize if you feel like I lied to you or misled you. I'm telling you that I've learned in an intrinsic way that the herbs are not the answer. The herbs are not the answer. The herbs are not the answer. I just told you at Power Hours today, Dr. Sebi got a product called Muukale. That motherfucker, it's a, hold on. Where you at? I know I put you under the bed. First thing I grabbed. That's Dr. Sebi, right? Muukale. This used to be my shit right here. You can call Dr. Sebi office too. If the number, I don't know how the fuck you dial this, but it's 2408-0920. Yeah, I used to live by this shit though. Boil 1 teaspoon in a cup of hot water and have all the mucus just coming out. I'd be like, you can't even talk a full sentence without the mucus just coming out. And I'm like, this is a fucking miracle tree. Everybody should have access to Dr. Sebi Muukale, but everybody don't though. Which means it's a variable and not a law. But anyway, now I realize that it don't matter how much Muukale I take down. If I take Muukale every day, if I'm having sawdust, mucus-filled cheese and fucking cow milk every day, then it's gonna happen. And that's why it's important that I get back to the 10 ways and eat ideal foods. My body does it all. If you believe that we are the herbs, we are the flowers, we are the crystals, we are all that, and we am that we am that we am. If we are all of those things, then why the fuck do we need them? We don't go around asking niggas for cups of blood to drink because we got our own. We don't go around asking niggas to see for us or piss for us because we have our own. We don't have to ask these niggas to heal us. We don't have to pay these motherfuckers to heal us or build us. We don't even got to buy a fucking herb. Your body already got the herbs. You can do it on your own. But what you have to do is give your body the right materials it needs. And those materials are not an occasional clay wrap. Those materials are not an occasional hot tea to bring the mucus up or break the phlegm down. Nah, what we got to do, one more time, 10 ways. Pure water, adequate sunlight, fresh air, ideal diet, rest, relaxation and sleep, normal temperatures, regular exercise and mobility, emotional balance with control of the passions, nurturing relationships free of violence. All right? That's what we need. I'm about to get out of here. I just saw a comment. Like I said, I just came on here because Queen Mother has said something about the bachelor's in science. And like I said, I respect all of that. But I seen what healing looked like. I seen a brother who was nearly 400 pounds. Like, he said he was 300 and something. But I'm sure this nigga was 400 because he's looking real hefty in the pictures. So a brother almost 400 pounds. The double chin, the bad skin, the fucked up looking hands and nails, the bad hairline, the dry lips, the eyes look sunk the fuck in, and you got the glasses and shit. And now my man does not have no glasses, can see, read, and drive glasses free. My mans don't have no. I wish I had a before picture in here so I could show you. Damn. I wish I had a before and after picture so I could show you. But the piece is that I will be it. I'll be it. I'll be the example for you and shit. I'm gonna show you. And said I'm gonna love you no matter what you do. Matter of fact, if you want some of this ukulele, reach out. Reach out. If you want to give it a go, I want you to go through the process the same way I went through it. You ain't gotta guess and shit. I want you to do it. If you want to try ukulele for a week, try ukulele for a week. If that's what the fuck you want to do, I don't encourage it. I encourage you to, for 1 week, try to exercise the 10 ways of health. But everybody got choices. All right, I love y'all ass, and I got to go to the post office. So if you're looking for a tracking number, ask me now, and I'll get it to you in a minute. I love you. Peace, family. Peace.